Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to this podcast. Let me turn off this fan so it's a bit quieter. Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Fraser, the founder of Online Teachers Club and Teachers Exchange, and I'm going to start doing short live streams every day to try and answer questions and to give advice on a different topic each day regarding online English teaching and finding work, starting your own school, finding your own students, and so on. So, why should you listen to me? I've been an online English teacher for over 10 years now. I've been teaching online since the platforms were very basic until now, when we've got some very fancy platforms like Classin and the new versions of Zoom, which are very powerful for online teaching. So I've been teaching online for a long time. I've launched my own online school, which is successful. And I've created a popular course on Udemy, which teaches online teachers how to teach online. So I've been doing this a long time. So I thought I would jump on one today instead of going through all the posts trying to find questions to answer. I can answer people live. It'll probably start slow as these things do, but hopefully it'll pick up some viewers eventually. And it will be replayed live on YouTube. So I should be live on both YouTube and Facebook at the moment. So let's answer an important question that I often get asked. And that is, what is the best online school to work for? So I'm going to share my screen and show you where to go to find online jobs, and also answer that question. What is the best online English school to work for in 2024? So let me share my screen. Okay, so the short answer is, in 2024, there is no best online school to work for. There are thousands and thousands of companies offering online English teachers positions. Now, the majority of them, 80% of them, maybe even 90% of them, pay somewhere between $9 and $14 per hour. And then there's maybe 10 or 20% that are offering anything more than that. And then there's a small niche category that'll offer $30 plus, and they usually want teachers with QTS, qualified teacher status, in their home countries and experience teaching the British curriculum or American curriculum. So for most people, we've only got our only option is the 80% that are offering $9 to $14. If you're lucky, you might find a $20 gig here and there, but overall, working for a company, there is no best company because they're all pretty sucky. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't teach online for a company. I think when you start out as a teacher, I keep looking over here, I've got two monitors, by the way. I think when you start out as an online teacher, when you have no idea what the industry is or how it works or how to even teach online, you're definitely it's definitely a good idea to work for a company first. So but I won't recommend a specific one. You've got to jump out there and apply to plenty. Also, if you're going down the route of working for companies, these days you can't rely on a single company. It's best to have maybe 2 or 3 companies that you're private contracting for, because remember, you're not employers of these people, you're a private contractor. So you're under there's no kind of clause that makes it that you have to only work for one company. They can't do that legally. You're just a private contractor. You can work for as many companies as you like. And a lot of teachers choose to do that. And you probably have much more success bouncing around and juggling 3 or 4 companies than you would going with one that offers you a lot of hours. Also, you know, the old saying, you don't want all your eggs in one basket. These companies go under all the time, and things go wrong. So, or they decide that you're not suitable for them anymore. So yeah, if you're going to work for companies, you want to make sure you apply to multiple schools and work for multiple schools. And this is good to build up your skills as an online teacher, but it isn't something I'd want to do long term. If you're planning on making online English teaching a long-term career, you do want to aim to be more independent long term with regards to sourcing your students, um, and working directly with parents or adults if you're working with adults. So if you want to find a job in 2024, if you want to find out about these companies, where can you go? Well, I created a very nice website called onlineenglishteachingjobs.com. So if you head over there, you will find a list of every online English school that we could find, a little bit of information on each school, and a link to their website, not an affiliate link. All links are equal here. Now, it does take about 30 seconds for this table to load. That's because I'm not a professional programmer. I did this myself, so I probably not programmed it in the most efficient way. So yeah, that's that. So it takes a little time to load, but once it does, you've got 300 plus online English schools you can look into, research further, and decide which ones you would like to apply for. It doesn't usually take this long though. Page is unresponsive. Okay, here we go. It's loaded now. Okay, so here are all the schools. And the good thing about this list, the community can vote it up and vote it down. Vote up the schools that you like and vote down the schools that you don't like. So basically, you can use this list as a resource. It's your kind of first place to go when you're trying to decide which companies you kind of want to apply for. When we get feedback from teachers, we add it in here. So, for example, English Gang is saying the pay is often lower for teachers in this school. Cambly, for example, they often have flashers and other things. So we put in positive feedback and negative feedback from teachers who actually work there, and you can go ahead and vote up schools that you think are good and vote down schools that you think are bad. The top schools, italki and Outschool, are actually they're not the typical school that you'd work for as an online teacher. They're more like create a profile websites where you create a profile, you set your own rate, and then you pay them a commission after for bringing in for supplying the teachers, for marketing and bringing in students. So I think these are good things to move into as a kind of in between working for a company and going full time. You can get into schools like italki or Outschool, and if you offer something really niche, really specialized, and really popular, you can earn a lot of money, especially on Outschool. There are plenty of teachers charging $15 per student for group classes where there's 6 students. So that's $90 a class. There's plenty of teachers have managed to do that and more. Is it easy? No, you got to find something that sells. You've got to create your own subject, develop your curriculum, or find a good curriculum and then market it. But if you, sorry, let me grab that phone. But teachers who do work for these companies generally do quite well. Okay, so that's pretty much the main list you can go to. You can scroll down, or you can search out the company that you like. For example, Dada ABC. And as you can see, that company has closed down, but there's still information here about it. 0 votes so far. This company was good when it started, but it didn't have a good ending. Let's put it that way. So yeah, feel free to use this list. It's free. It's on the internet, and it can give you an idea of what companies are actually out there and available. Okay, Let me give you a few other options of places that I like to go for finding online teaching jobs. There is a website that you may know if you've been a teacher, an ESL teacher for a while, called Dave's ESL Cafe. They changed the name now to just ESL Cafe. But if you go to this website and search for online, there's often quite a lot of online jobs posted here, and they're posted quite often. So even somebody's added an ad at the top. I'm not sure what school that's for, but here's another online school. And as you can see, as you go down, this is the best place to find real up-to-date stuff other than the Facebook group. As you can see here, 14th, it's still a week ago, but it's still pretty fresh. You see the classic companies, and then now and again, you see something in this group. You often find like small schools that only have maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 teachers, looking for teachers here. And personally, it is sometimes nicer to work for a smaller school when you're more part of what's going on. So yeah, this is definitely another place I recommend you go if you're looking for online teaching positions. Okay, so you've got the list here, onlineenglishteachingjobs.com, very easy to remember. And this is just a huge list of every school that you can imagine. And then we've got the job board on Dave's ESL Cafe, also quite useful. And then of course we've got our Facebook group, which I'm live streaming from right now, but also I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time. So this group gets lots of posts. You got to come back and keep checking, but it does get job posts here under mine. Okay, so here's one post. It looks a bit suspicious because she hasn't labeled, she hasn't said what the rate of pay is. But you know, sometimes people just are not organized, and you can end up missing good opportunities because you read this and think, oh, this guy's not serious. They've not put enough information in the post. But do your own research. And here's other companies hiring. So you can find companies in this group here, Online English Teaching Jobs. The one that says active, the other ones are no longer active. Actually, Facebook took down my old profile, so I lost a lot of my groups. So there's nobody admin on those groups at the moment, so I'm not sure if they'll even keep running. But this is the biggest one, the main group, 140,000 members. And you can go straight to the list from here. Vote up the good schools, vote down the bad schools. That's what this list is for. Again, you may have to refresh. Apologies, it's not the best website in the world, but I created it myself. I didn't hire a programmer or anything. So yeah, it does work. It just takes about 30 seconds to load each time you refresh it. So load it once and then have a look through the schools. All right. So I guess what I'll do next is I'll go through a few posts online, and I will approve or disapprove them as I go, so you can see what kind of posts we get in this group. Anyway, this is going to be the Coffee, Teach, and Earn podcast. So I've got my coffee here. Good morning. It's always morning somewhere in the world. Okay. So here's a question. Hello, ESL community. I need some advice or assistance, please. I'm currently working for a Vietnamese online company who owe me 3 months' pay. Guys, unfortunately, this is not uncommon in this industry. From time to time, there are bad companies who do bad things. They often fuck over both the teacher and the students. So there'll be students who are paid a year in advance, and then the company disappears. These things happen. So you're just going to be careful. I definitely would have not worked 3 continuous months without receiving pay. Give it, like, if you don't if you don't receive pay like a week after your expected payment date, it's time to say, hi, I'm not going to continue teaching until I get paid. That's totally acceptable to do. I've been a teacher for 15 years, worked in China, South Korea, Taiwan, and Turkey. I have also been working online for about 4 years with a variety of companies, and never have I encountered an employer as rude and incompetent as this Vietnamese man. Now, not all Vietnamese companies are like this, but some are. Okay. Is this common for Vietnam employees? This isn't specific to Vietnam. Like there's Chinese companies that are bad. There's even like British, US set up companies that are bad. The one thing that's common with Chinese and Vietnamese employers in the ESL industry is they're not the cultural differences often make them not very good at HR and dealing with their teachers, and they can often come across rude unintentionally just because of that cultural difference. All right, but that's a fair question. Let's approve that. I get lots of these. It's just a profile in Arabic without any content, so I don't know what that is. Okay, here's a job for you guys. Good day. We urgently looking for female, only female, online teacher, permanent position. They want you to have a degree. They're offering 14 to 20, so 20 is a little bit above the normal rate, but if they're expecting a degree, they should be paying at least 20. Okay, teachers should be able to teach students that are at a very high level. So this isn't phonics and basic English. This is more advanced stuff. So you need to know your tenses and grammar rules and such. All right, I'll approve that. But do your own research. Just because I approve a post doesn't mean that it's a good company. It could be a scam. Like you got to do your own research. Okay, I'm looking for online companies that offer flexible and safe to work with. If you have any experience with companies that offer flexible scheduling, you see, people often come and they ask for recommendations of companies. Like if you know one, go ahead. But the thing is with online teaching, if a teacher is working for a really good company, they're often not going to share it with other people because more teachers coming into the company means less hours for the student. So the teachers working for the best companies stay quiet. So you're unlikely to get a recommendation unless that company is offering a referral fee to the teachers. So yeah, I can't recommend one, but you know, there are lots of schools. Go to onlineenglishteachingjobs.com and have a scroll down. Find one that catches your fancy, and then click on it and do some more research. For example, Woody Global. This one's based in Canada. And again, if you find out that the company is no longer running, okay, they're currently doing maintenance, so they may have even shut down. So if you know anything about this company, please do let me know, and I'll update the information on this list. Let's try another one, Global Tea. Now, Korean online schools, they like audio. I'm not sure why. There's a lot of Korean online schools that just do audio. So yeah, one moment. There's a lot of Korean online schools that just do audio teaching, just teaching where the student doesn't open their microphone, doesn't open their camera, and you just have a short, even 15-minute conversation sometimes. And it's usually contracts with big companies. So usually like big IT companies buy this for their staff. And they have to do it during work time. So you often get kind of reluctant students who are doing it because they have to do it. Okay, let's go through a few more and then I'll wrap up this live stream and then I'll release it on the YouTube. I want to probably keep these all under 25 minutes if possible. So she's posted twice. Let's delete the second one. Okay, That's not relevant. Neither is that or that. So yeah, it's not easy moderating these groups. It's 70% spam and maybe 20% something I didn't intend to click on that. I was trying to click exit. Give me a second. All right, let's open something else. All right. Well, as my browser has crashed, I think we'll leave it there for the first stream. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this gets a bit more popular and I can start responding to questions in real time. Okay, have an awesome day. Have a good week, a good month, and best of luck in your online teaching career. All right, take it easy.